but he has the advantage of throwing first against Darren Webster. Can Chizzy turn it on? Can he bring his Premier League form
59
here to Wigan today? We saw Chizzy in action on the European Tour.
140.
He only made the last 16. He won his opening game and was very impressive. A 6-0 win over Nathan Aspinall. However, the doubles deserted him against Jelle Klaassen. He was beaten 6-3.
100.
That was in Saarbrücken. We will see him as one of the seeded players in Sindelfingen next weekend, and then Gibraltar.
131.
First maximum?
140.
Ooh, not quite. There are many things you wouldn't want Dave Chisnall to do. You know, open heart surgery. Lead a lecture on the writings of Dickens.
28 scored.
And I'm not sure how much use he'd be in your pub quiz team, but if you want somebody, if you need somebody to hit a 180 with 3 darts,
96.
Dave Chisnall would be right up there as your go-to guy. Top-notch stuff from Darren Webster, though. Gets himself down to 57. Can Chizzy take out the ton plus? Treble 18. Double 16.
74.
Ooh, misses quite a long way outside. Darren Webster will get the go. A double top. 14 darter for Darren Webster, breaking the Chizzy throw in the opening leg. Darren Webster, the man from Norwich, made the semi-finals of the Players' Championship finals in Minehead just before the World Championship.
100.
Then went on at the Worlds to make the last 16. Only beaten by Michael van Gerwen. He'd
83.
produced an incredible display, his best ever televised display, to beat Simon Whitlock. 4-0, absolutely dismantled
81.
the Wizard. So I hit a 9-darter right here at the Robin Park Arena
40.
earlier this year in the UK Open qualifiers in a run to a quarter-final.
100. 94. 100.
Leaves the Shanghai finish, Darren Webster. Looking good for another leg to double his lead.
60.
Halves his score. Chisnall's looking at a big one. Oh, well. Some players look at the treble 20, some players look at the treble 18 with 144 left. Chizzy may
78.
have been undecided and went for somewhere down the middle. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. Does double top work for Webster?
20.
Ooh, not on this occasion. 2 darts missed by the Demolition Man. And Chizzy, treble 10 for double 18. Is that the route? Oh, well, another single 15. And it is double 18.
Game shot.
And double 18 he pins. Breaks back. It was double 18 that let him down on Thursday night in the Premier League. 3 darts at it to beat Michael van Gerwen. Unable to capitalise. An extra point could prove to be vital in the race for the playoffs with time running out.
140.
But Chizzy's a man who nearly won the league stage a couple of years back now. Ended up playing
23.
Michael van Gerwen in the final game of the league in a straight fight for top spot. Missed darts there as well, didn't he? Missed darts in the semi-finals to beat Gary Anderson.
60.
60.
91.
Darren Webster playing the qualifiers last night for the European Tour event, so he didn't make it through to next weekend, but he will be in Gibraltar.
100.
Darren Webster beating Scott Derbyshire in the decider for that one. The 170 is not going to go for Chisnall.
56.
Webster needs to fill it up to leave a finish. He could do.
180.
And he has done. Darren Webster is absolutely nowhere in this leg. He might end up pinching it, you know. Chisnall. Takes out the 114. Good stuff from Dave Chisnall. 2-1 lead. Chizzy, the world number 6. Ranked above Phil the Power Taylor nowadays. Multiple major finalists. Seen him the final of the Lakeside, of course, final of the Grand Prix, final of the Grand Slam, Players' Championship finals, and the Masters.
121.
Had his best run at the World Championship in the most recent one. Went to the quarterfinals as Chizzy.
140.
Unable to fill it up, but back-to-back ton 40s gives him a chance to break the throw.
81.
Ooh, now that hurts Webster. Even if that dart had just fallen out the board, he'd have had a shot. As it is, the extra 1 point leaves
60.
him a bogey number. Chisnall's got a shot.
59.
Can Chisnall take out the shot? No, he can't.
$137.
He can set it up very well, though. Darren Webster. Tops. It's got to be, hasn't it? That was the route.
60.
But he was unable to execute it. Chisnall for 3-1. That's 3 consecutive legs for Dave Chisnall. It's another break of throw as well. And Chizzy is halfway to a place in the last 16. Remember, this is a board final. Win this, you win your board.
60.
Through to the last 16. The winner of this faces either Ian White, the number 12 seed,
140.
or Kyle Anderson, the number 21 seed. And Kyle Anderson has had a brace of 6-1 wins today. So you would think he's playing well.
100.
Gary Anderson has won his board. He is in the last 16. Awaiting potentially Michael Van Gerwen. Wayne Jones is the man trying to stop MVG. Richie Edhouse in the last 16. Won his board, beat Paul Rowley 6-2 in the final. Mike De Decker has knocked Daryl Gurney out 6-5. The Belgian, well, it's another seeded player gone from that half of the draw as Darren Webster fires in his second maximum. Looking to break straight back against Dave Chisnall here. This could be Chizzy's first.
180.
And it is. Fantastic darts. For a 12. And there it is. Darren Webster does break back immediately. 12 dart leg. 3-2. The East Anglian.
$100.
And so your Richie Corner has beaten Dimitri Vandenberg. Richie Corner in the last 16. Really, is that half of the draw? Only had 3 players through. Richie Edhouse, Richie Corner, and Mike De Decker as Webster.
121.
That's another last dart that he's yanked into the skinny bit of the one. One of Ted Everts and James Richardson will be through in that half of the draw as well, as Chizzy now makes it 2 maximums in 2 legs. And if Chisnall is starting to find his range, you can expect more 180s.
83.
One of, if not the biggest 180 hitter in world darts, Dave Chisnall. And he's in again.
100.
Just the ton. Only had 1 hold of throw in this game. That came in the 3rd leg.
100.
Chizzy took out that 114 checkout under pressure. Trouble 17 for ball. Not going to happen. So Darren Webster to hold his
38.
throw for the first time in this match. Trouble 19 for tops. Is it double-double? I don't think it is. It's treble 18. Gets the treble, double 12. Just pulls it
85.
inside. One dart missed by Darren Webster to level this match up. And Dave Chisnall. Big moment, this. Treble 17 for double 16. 16s now for bull. Bullseye. And it's there. Dave Chisnall breaks once more. Darren Webster still yet to hold his throw in this game. The two-leg advantage is restored. And Dave Chisnall with that bull checkout. Has he broken Darren Webster's heart? Shaking his head. He's not happy with that.
60.
Completely at ease, Dave Chisnall.
$133.
Ted Everts through to the last 16. Again, that's the other half of the draw.
68.
Filling up those names in the last 16 in the other half of the draw. No seeds through yet. Could have a shock finalist, a first-time finalist
100.
maybe. Could be first-time quarter-finalists and semi-finalists and finalists from that half of the draw. The races is going.
140.
8 different winners from 8 events on the Players' Championship Series so far this year.
98. $100.
Darren Webster. The biggest check out of the lot. It's on. But no longer.
105.
Favourite for the leg, though.
59.
Well, Darren Webster clinging on to this game by his fingernails.
Game shot.
And closes the gap with a 14 darter. It's yet another break of throw. But he has been unable to hold his throw at all in this game, Darren Webster. That needs to change if he is going to win.
97. $93.
Did win the last time these two met, Darren Webster. But it was a couple of years ago.
100.
And that weekend in Ireland before the Grand Prix gets going. And that is the most recent meeting. So despite the fact they've both been on the tour and play a lot of the
93.
tour events, they've not been running into each other on a regular basis.
42.
The other 2 times they met, both won by Chizzy, one at the European Tour, the UK Masters.
$140.
Down 40 for Chiz. Again, Webster struggling to hold his own throw. This is good, though. This gives him a real opportunity.
140. $60.
Well, it leaves 115. He's taken out 114, but he may not get a go at it because Webster, that is wonderful stuff. Double 7, fantastic checkout. Darren Webster, 122, levels this game up. And the Demolition Man battling back against the world number 6. And we've got a game on. That is a 3rd maximum for Dave Chisnall.
$87. $100. $140. 57.
Chizzy only 57, enough to get to a finish.
$96.
Not quite enough for Webster to do the same. He's staying up there. No, he moves across. Does he go for the ball?
124.
No, he doesn't. Thought for a little moment he was flirting with the idea of taking out the 164. In the end, he just lays up. And double top for Chizzy to go within a leg.
Game shot.
For the last 16, and that's what he's managed to do.
$140.
No margin for error now for Darren Webster. Has to hold his throw, and he has to break in the deciding leg. But that's going to be very difficult because Chizzy has hit 4 maximums now.
100.
Well, it could. Oh, my word.
20.
Dave Chisnall, 5 perfect darts, and that one looked to be heading for the treble bet as well. Bounced out, spat out by the board.
45.
However, he has stolen the darts here. Dave Chisnall. David, he used his full name there.
41.
He used that when he's angry. Or not angry, disappointed. Which is worse, we all know. That's what parents say when they
100.
Already seen this today once. Robbie Green taking out. Can Dave Chisnall follow suit?
Treble 20 scored. 60. Treble 20, 60. Yeah.
Oh.
140.
I wonder if it knocked out his rhythm a bit. Just having to query the score there. Darren Webster is not going to take out the 116. And you can see how frustrated he is to have nixed it with the first dart.
30.
And Dave Chisnall for the match. And a 6-4 win. Double 10 for Chiz to go through to the last 16 of Players' Championship night. Looking to work his way in from there. And that's exactly what he's done. Darren Webster put up a fight, but Dave Chisnall just had a little bit too much for him in the end.
Well done,
4
Dave.
180s for Chizzy. He